Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing match day 1, should I say, of the 2022-23 Champions League group stage and having a chat about the results. Let's get into it, guys. Alright then guys, let's get into it then. So first up on the Tuesday, Zagreb took on Chelsea. A game that I thought Chelsea would come through comfortably really, but as we can see, Zagreb did manage to get the result over Chelsea, and yeah, I think this was a bit of a shock to everyone really. I think we all thought, regardless of what lineup Chelsea put out, that they'd go there and they'd put in a performance and get the result. But yeah, as you can see, Aubameyang started, made his debut for the club. They had a pretty strong side out. It's not like they rested anyone or anything like that. It's fairly first choice really, other than Kepa of course. But yeah, it was Zagreb who turned Chelsea over, and we'll have a look at the stats for this one. I'm on the Champions League website, so it's a bit slower. You can see here you'd expect Chelsea to have more ball than they did. Obviously they had more attempts to go into, but yeah, just couldn't make any breakthrough really, and Zagreb come up with a bit of a shocking result really. Orsic got the goal in the 30th minute, and yeah, ultimately this job has cost Thomas Tuchel his job. This game, should I say, has cost Thomas Tuchel his job, and it's real shock result. But it could shake the group up really with Tuchel going out. They've got a lot of work to do, Chelsea, there if they're going to turn it around. And yeah, massive result, Zagreb, and one I didn't see coming, I must admit. I won't go through all the stats for all the games, but I will do for the English teams, but yeah, not for all the games. That would take me forever on this website. So next up, you can see, guys, Dortmund took on Copenhagen. This was the other early game, and yeah, a good result for Dortmund. I did think they'd win. To be honest, I didn't think it'd be as convincing as 3-0, but they came through strong really. I'm just going to get the scorers and stuff on my phone just so we can get the stats up on there and have a chat about it. See, it was Royce getting the goal. Bellingham also got himself a goal in this game, but yeah, really strong opening game for Dortmund in the group. Copenhagen, I do expect them to struggle a bit in that group, but yeah, strong win for Dortmund. Didn't really think they'd have too much trouble, but I think I said 2-0, so yeah, about right for what I expected, and really good result for them. Next up then, we've got Salzburg, who took on AC Milan at home, and it was a 1-1 draw. A bit of a shock for me, this one. I did think that Milan would get something from this. They've got a lot of youngsters in there, Salzburg, that have got some good young players. Yeah, a bit of a shock result for me. They did set the lead, Salzburg, in this one, which, if they could have held on, that'd probably be like a massive result really, because Milan were the league winners obviously last year in Italy. So, they went into this one and got a draw. I think they were a bit disappointed with that on the opening day. You sort of want to look to put a stamp on the group, really, in the opening game, and they weren't able to do this. Obviously, that sort of leaves that group wide open, really, because you don't expect Zagreb to sort of win the group. So, them two getting a draw, they'll probably both be a bit disappointed, because, Chelsea didn't get a result, so that'd have been a bit of a chance for one of them two to sort of get a bit of a gap on Chelsea. But yeah, draw in that game and the other game in Group E. And next up, Celtic took on Real Madrid at Parkhead. And yeah, from what I saw, the atmosphere at this game was amazing. It's always going to be, when Celtic welcome one of the big boys into Parkhead, it's always going to be a riveting atmosphere. It was in this game, an absolutely belting atmosphere. Just going to get your goal scorers up now. I think Hazard got one. I'm just going to get that up. Yeah, so Vinicius Jr., he gave Real Madrid the lead in the second half. I think there's a 56 minutes says there. Modric also got a goal, and Hazard completed the scoring. First half though, Celtic did create chances. Probably could be a bit disappointed they didn't get any goal or anything like that, but one of the big boys in Real Madrid, the European champions, they welcomed them to town. I think they'd have took a point if you were going into it, Celtic, but fortunately they didn't get anything from the game. But yeah, strong win for Madrid on the road. They sort of had to ride that atmosphere, and that's what you got to do in Europe. You come up against all sorts of atmospheres and cultures, things like that. And Madrid did that well. They took it in the stride, and in the second half they sort of walked over Celtic a bit really and got a really comfortable win. Yeah, strong opening win for Real Madrid in Group F. The other game in Group F then, Leipzig took on Shakhtar Donetsk, and this was a game I thought Leipzig were going to win. I think I predicted something like a 2-1 win for Leipzig in this. But yeah, as you can see here, Shakhtar kind of wiped the floor of them really. Didn't see it coming personally, but yeah, really strong win that for Shakhtar, and maybe they could be the second team to go through in the group rather than Leipzig. I think I expected Leipzig and Madrid to qualify through this group. So yeah, really strong opening day win for that for Shakhtar over Leipzig, away from home as well, which is even more shocking for me. Yeah, a strong win for Shakhtar. Bit disappointing for Leipzig. I think they sacked the manager after that one as well, and they've just got a new manager, and I think it's Marco Rose they've gone with. So yeah, a new manager in for Leipzig. We hope it'll turn their fortunes round. But yeah, really comfortable and strong win for Shakhtar that on the opening day. Next up then in Group G, Sevilla took on Manchester City, and a game I thought City were going to win fairly comfortably, and they did. To be fair, I think I went with a 4-1 win, but it was 4-0. Just going to get your goal scorers up, but I did watch this game. Yeah, Haaland, as we know, opened the scoring. A lovely ball it was across from Kevin De Bruyne. We'll get the stats up, like I said, with the English team. Yeah, as we see here, you expect City to have most of possession against most teams, really. 24 attempts, 68 attacks compared to Sevilla's 22. This could have been more than 4, if I'm honest. They look comfortable, City. They were really in their stride. Haaland got himself 2 goals. Foden was brilliant throughout. Ruben Diaz got himself a goal as well. Just another strong performance for City. They're looking more and more comfortable in Europe every year. Obviously, when they get to the last stages, they don't do so great. But yeah, another comfortable win that in Europe for City. And what could have been a tricky game, go to Seville. But yeah, really strong win for City and brilliant start to the group for them. Next up, we got Group H, and it was, for me, the biggest tie of the week, really, in terms of European giants. And you had Paris taking on Juventus, and I did think Paris would have enough to beat Juve in this game, and they did. It was Neymar and Mbappe with the goals. I told you to watch out for Neymar going into this one, and I was proved right. Yeah, he helped himself to a goal, and Mbappe got one as well. Can't remember who it was for Juve who got a goal. Let me just have a quick look. It was Weston McKennie who got himself a goal. He started on the bench in this one, came on in the second half, got himself a goal pretty much straight away. But yeah, strong win for PSG. They'll be looking to win their group. We've got Benfica and Haifa in the other side of the group. So whoever wins that game and probably the reverse fixture, they're probably going to win the group. So yeah, I think good start for Paris. Probably going to win the group now, like I say. But yeah, really good result. Did well to hold on as well because they were 2-0 up. Juve got themselves back in, but good sort of resilience from Paris to get the 2-1 win. The other game in the group then was Benfica taking on Maccabi Haifa. I did think Benfica were going to win this one. Maccabi Haifa are probably going to be a bit of whipping boys, really, if I'm honest, in that group. Rafa Silva opened the scoring, and it was Alex Grimaldo. I did see this goal on YouTube, absolute screamer, to be fair. Just belted it, and it went straight into the roof of the goal. I think it was good 30 yards out or so anyway, but yeah, good performance from Benfica. They'll be pleased with that. They've got the bigger games coming up in Paris and Juve, but they're doing all they can, really. They've got the result, and yeah, if they want to go up through second, they'll have to get something from Juve, I'm expecting. But yeah, good start to the group for Benfica. They'll be pleased with a 2-0 win. Alright then, guys, moving on to Wednesday's games. The first one I've got here, Ajax took on Rangers, and I think I predicted a draw. Yeah, I did. I predicted a 1-1 draw in this game. I just thought Rangers would have had a bit more about them, to be fair, and I thought they'd have been G'd up going over to Amsterdam, playing a big game away from home. But yeah, they just had too much for them, Ajax. Really strong. I watched quite a lot of this game. It was one of the earlier ones on the Wednesday, I think 5:45 they are now. And yeah, they just had too much for him. Steve Bergwijn looked brilliant. I think it was, what's the other guy called? Mohamed Kudus, is it? He looked really good. Nearly scored an absolute worldie of a goal. He did get himself a goal in this game. Bergwijn, is it? He looked really strong as well. Yeah, really good performance that from Ajax. And yeah, they put Rangers to the sword, really. They had a goal disallowed, Rangers, so it was a really good goal. But yeah, I think it was disallowed for offside, that, but bit of shame, opening day to sort of get a hiding like that away at Ajax. and they've got two other tough teams as well in Napoli and Liverpool to come. So, you do worry for Rangers in that group, and yeah, really bad start for them. Next game then, Frankfurt took on Sporting. A game for me that I thought Frankfurt probably could have got something out of. But yeah, Sporting, really strong win for them. The UEFA Cup Europa League champions, Frankfurt, probably a bit shell-shocked with the performance, really. I thought Frankfurt would win this just because, the sort of departures from Sporting, like Nunes and things going, but Marcus Edwards, an English player playing for Sporting, had a really good game. He got himself a goal and an assist. Pedro Porro as well from Manchester City, also playing now at right back for Sporting on a permanent deal. He got himself an assist as well. So yeah, strong win for Sporting. Probably didn't think it'd be as easy as that for them, but yeah, they'll be pleased with that and look at a build on it really going into their other games with Tottenham and Marseille, as we can see there in Group D. Next up then, probably shock of the week really. We've got Napoli taking on Liverpool, and it was a 4-1 win for Napoli. They did go 3 behind early doors, Liverpool, in this game. I think it was 3-0 at half time. Just going to get the goals up there. As we can see, Zielinski, Sambo Anguissa and Simeone got goals early on. Victor Osimhen went off early in this one as well. So who knows what would have been if he'd have stayed on all game. But yeah, really good win for Napoli at the Maradona Stadium, of course. Luis Diaz got Liverpool a goal back, but it's worrying times really for Liverpool. They looked out of sorts in this game, they really did. Trent Alexander-Arnold, while he's not the best defender in the world, don't get me wrong, but at the back I will say he's brilliant going forward. But yeah, it just wasn't at the races really, and they found it so easy, Napoli, to get in behind them. This guy Sambo Anguissa, he was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. From what I saw, he got himself a goal. I think he set Simeone up as well. Yeah, he was just awesome. But as good as they were, Napoli, Liverpool really not up to it. Yeah, it was a strong win for Napoli, but they need to shape themselves, Liverpool, or they're going to be in a bit of trouble this year for me. They've got Rangers and Ajax to come in the group, and if they're not careful, they'll get beat off Ajax away from home. It's not going to be the easiest game, and of course they're going to be good at Anfield. They always are good at Anfield, but yeah, you have to win some of these away games, or you find yourself in trouble. They could finish third. I don't expect them to finish bottom because I think Rangers might struggle. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, you have to get some results on the road, or you're not going to get in. You're not going to go through. And yeah, really poor from Liverpool, and they need to improve for me. Next up then, Atletico took on Porto in Group B, and this game, wow. I'm just going to get that up for the minutes, should I say. Right, we'll start off with the fact that Griezmann came on in the 60th minute. He's got some sort of weird deal in his contract apparently, from what I've seen recently, where he has to come on after 60 minutes, which it's just a typical Barcelona thing, I think. They've got some sort of clause in there, and Atletico are like, we're not paying you that. So yeah, they keep bringing him on after 60 minutes, Griezmann, anyway. But yeah, this game, it was goalless going into the 90th minute. As you can see here, 2-1. Atletico got a goal in the 91st minute through Mario Hermoso, centre half, and then on the 96th minute Porto got a penalty and Uribe scored 1-1. You think that's it? I'm not too sure what went on, but somehow in the 110th minute or something crazy like that, Griezmann, who I said come on, and he came on in the 60th and got himself a goal. And yeah, Atletico won it in the 110th minute. So I don't know what's gone on with the added time there, but for 20 minutes to be added on, you sort of think, oh, what the hell's gone on there? Is it the 110th, 90? It might have been like the 101st. Yeah, it might be wrong there. I think it was over 10 minutes anyway, the added time, but you've got to scratch your head there and say what's gone on with the added time. But yeah, good win for Atletico. We got there in the end. Simeone will be pleased to get the win. And they seem a bit too defensive for me. Don't get me wrong, the group they're in, I fancy them to get through comfortably. But yeah, I just think going forward, they've got to start attacking teams and not just sort of sitting back like they do. Yeah, good win for them in the end. But we'll move on to the other game in Group B. Club Brugge took on Leverkusen. A game I thought Leverkusen were going to come out on top on, to be honest. But Club Brugge, good performance for them, a good win. Yeah, Leverkusen, they've been in like the Europa and stuff last couple of years, and maybe they struggled to sort of make that leap up. I thought they'd have got something away at Bruges, but got a lot of good young players in there. Bruges. I'm just going to check who got the goal. I know there's a guy called Noah Lang floating about. I wonder if he got it. No, it's Silla who got the goal. What's his name? Abakar Silla got the goal for Bruges. And just have a quick look at the stats on my phone. Fairly even game looking at it. It was like 50-50 practically in possession. Chances as well, fairly even. So pretty good game by all accounts there. But yeah, it was Bruges who come out with a win in the end. Next up then we go to Group C, and Barcelona took on Victoria Pilsen, and I thought this could have been anything really. I think I went with 4-0 or something in my prediction. But yeah, as you can see, it was 5-1. I'm just going to get the stats up on my phone. Yeah, they raced it to a 2-goal lead, Barcelona. Kessie opened the scoring, and Lewandowski. Pilsen did pull one back then and made it 2-1. Sikora with a goal. But from there on in, it was just a Lewandowski show, really. He got 2 more to make it 4-1. And Ferran Torres helped himself to a goal as well. I think the Torres goal, from what I saw on YouTube, was a brilliant one. I think it was a good goal from what I remember. Just watched that many highlights. I can't remember who was who. But yeah, a brilliant goal that from Torres. And yeah, a comfortable opening match week for Barcelona. They'll be really pleased with that. And they've got 2 other tough teams there though in the group they've got to look out for. They'll be tougher games, of course, but yeah, they did what they had to on the opening day. Lewandowski got himself a hat-trick, and yeah, they'll be over the moon, that Barca. The other game then in Group C, we can see Inter Milan took on Barcelona. Inter Milan took on Bayern Munich at San Siro. And yeah, I predicted Bayern would win this game. I thought it'd have been a tight one, and it looked fairly tight. Goals up. I thought it was Sané that got 2, but saying here, Sané got the 1, and D'Ambrosio got an own goal for Inter Milan, should I say? But yeah, Sané's really he's just getting better and better, isn't he, Leroy Sané? He was really strong within this one, and yeah, well, I think I'll give him 2 goals if no one else is. But yeah, strong performance again from Bayern. They look, we brought in Mane this year, and he's sort of been that focal point. I wondered whether he'd play out wide and he'd put someone else in there, but it looks like Mane they're going with up front, and he'll revel in that really. I think he enjoyed playing there when he played there for Liverpool, so yeah, they're going to be strong again, Bayern. They are every year. I think they went out a bit early last year. I think it was Atletico who knocked them out. I don't expect that to happen again this year. I can see Bayern being in the last stages. You won't be surprised if you see them in the semis or the final. And yeah, I think they'll be there or thereabouts this year. Next up then, last game of the week, we had Tottenham taking on Marseille. Just get that up there. I remember who scored, don't know why. I don't really need to check. But yeah, it was a bit of a tight one this. Opening couple of minutes, opening half should I say, was goalless. Looked like it's going to be a bit of a struggle for Spurs to get anything really. Chancel Mbemba got himself sent off in this game, ex-Newcastle player of course. It was Son, I believe, looking at the highlights, he made like a darting run through, got fed through, and Mbemba just took him out, and it was a goal scoring opportunity, so off Mbemba went. And then they did turn it up a bit, Spurs. They had more chances after that, sort of capitalised on playing against 10 men. And as you can see, it was Richarlison, the new man, got himself 2 goals, and it were 2 lovely headers. Crosses whipped in, I think Perisic was it with the assist? Yeah, Perisic with the first assist, and Højbjerg with the second. But yeah, 2 lovely headers. The first one, just a really sort of one of them where it's just under the bar. It's so hard for the keeper to save. And yeah, just good performance from Spurs. And they did it the hard way. They keep doing it that hard way. They never look really fully convincing, but they're getting the wins and they're getting the points, and that's all you need to do really. Yeah, another strong win for Spurs. Good opener to their group, and they've got a pretty favourable group really with Sporting and Frankfurt. With Sporting and Frankfurt, you'd think Spurs might do well in this group, and I'd expect them to go through first, if I'm honest. I think Marseille is probably the hardest game they have in there. They're currently second in the French league. So yeah, good result that for Tottenham, and I expect them to build on it going into Matchday 2. Alright then guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know guys in comments what you thought of the performances of the teams in Matchday 1 of the Champions League group stage. Do you think Liverpool were as bad as I said they were? How do you think City looked? What about Spurs? Did you were impressed with them? And do you think Chelsea are going to get out of that group? Yeah guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed it, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.